I'm going to go reach into your minds and teach you the chemistry behind love. Well, everyone has love, right? No?
Yeah.
No.
Well, just remember, all of this, I'm going to teach you, everything goes on in your brain. Like everyone. No matter how tiny your brain is. Alright, first slide. The $1 million question, what is love? Alright? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Got something to show you guys. You guys know this song? You guys know this song? Yeah, that's the $1 million question right here. So, you know, love. It's a strong affection for another rising from kinship or personal ties. Well, you know, love has no, definite, starting date, you know, but I'm pretty sure love, has, there was love back then, you know, I want you to have this rock because it belonged to my mother. So cavemen had love. You know. Alright, but,
You do that too?
well, the reason that people believe in love sometimes is because of religion. Christians believe that God is love, and if you don't know, and if you don't love, you don't know God, and if you don't know God, you don't love. Right, guys? But Hindus, for you Hindus out there, Hindus believe in 3 types of love. First one is kama, which is sex, and katari, which is compassion, and metta, which is benevolence, wishing love for everybody. And a lot of things we do today require love, like marriage, right, guys? All you guys want to get married someday. Yeah, well, you need love to start a family, right? See, love is in everything we see today. Like the Titanic. You guys ever watch Titanic? No. Love that movie, right? We cry every time. Every time. The Notebook. Are you serious? Who hasn't seen The Notebook? Okay, I will be you watch Notebook. Romeo and Juliet. Come on, classic love story. Except they died in the end. But, you know, it's about love, right? Whitney Houston. And I will always love you. You know, love songs. You know, love songs. All I have to do is love. All right, what does love mean to you, Miss Aquino? Yeah, it's a real. It's up there.
I don't know. I can't really answer that right now.
You? What does love mean to you? What does love mean to you?
You let me come. Dude, go through here.
Well, love is something, well, what it means to me is something that happens in your heart, you know, something that all of us have, whether it's from a friend, your parents, teacher. Juarez loves me, guys, in case you guys didn't know. And this is the triangle love theory, you know. Well, there's liking, infatuation, and empty love. And then if you combine all of that, that's consummate love, which is what I hope to experience someday. Well, there are different types of love, you know, like platonic, like SpongeBob and Patrick. Friends, right? You guys have a best friend, right? Well, I'm your guys' best friend. And there's a brotherly love. Look, there. Good. And then there's me, Richard, and Angel's taking the picture. And paternal, which is a parent. When a parent loves their child, that's the bond they have. What kind of love, right, guys? Parents love you. Oh, such. And there's a thing called limerence, which is an infatuation when you see a honey across the school saying, "Hey, good, honey." Wanna grab a pizza later or something like that. It's like a little crush. Romantic love is when you want to connect with somebody, you know, share each and every experience with them, you know? Right? Don't you guys wish for romantic love? And unconditional love is the best kind of love because you love that person no matter what happens. No, not like No matter the obstacle that comes between you guys, you still find love. Alright. What makes us feel this way? Does it come from the heart or does it come from the mind? What do you guys think? The heart? Well, that's because you guys watched The Notebook and Titanic. What I'm going to show you guys is that it really comes from up here. Or, yeah. Alright. Is love just a chemical reaction? Alright. The first one is phenylethylamine. Alright. Alright. Well, actually, the first one is dopamine. Norepinephrine. The first one is dopamine. The second one, that's the structure over there. You guys remember what that is? That's benzene. We learned that in this wonderful class. Norepinephrine produces adrenaline. You know, it makes you feel excited. You know, this is what makes our heart race when we see the girl we like or the boy we like, and then. Oh, no, I like. No, it binds. Well, what norepinephrine essentially does, it binds to the cells and like pumps it with energy. You know, so you feel more excited when that's released when you see that person. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. And okay. And the next one is dopamine. Dopamine is a neurochemical that is sent out to make you feel good inside. Yeah. All right. It's like makes you feel good. Like when you're eating, you know, some delicious food. That's released when you like someone. And I wanted to give you guys a little kiss.
Yes, he's talking about the chocolate.
Hershey's kiss, that is. Come on. Pass that around, miss. Get it? Kiss?
Wow.
And when you eat chocolate, that releases dopamine. You get addicted, you know? You start liking it. Yeah, don't get addicted to that dopamine in that chocolate, okay? Next slide. These are also some chemicals that are released when you're in love. The first ones are estrogen and testosterone, which is the top two right there. And what they do essentially is that they have sex drive. So, and serotonin is mood. It regulates mood, sleep, everything like that. That's released when you're in love. And oxytocin, that's right, it's tattooed on a foot. All right, that's released when we hug someone, when our hands touch. That's released. And there's a video, more into depth of the chemicals and the processes in our brain. Oh, exit out? Huh? Oh, there it is.
Inside the brain. It may not be entirely surprising to find out that the brain of somebody in love looks awfully similar to one on cocaine. Cocaine acts on the pleasure centers in the brain by lowering the threshold at which they fire. This means that you feel really good a lot easier. We see the same thing in the brains of those in love. But it's not just the cocaine or the love that makes you feel good. It's the fact that anything you experience will now more easily set off pleasure centers and make you feel good. Because of this, you not only fall in love with the person, but begin to build a romanticized view of the world around you. Interestingly, nearby pain and aversion centers begin to fire less, so you become less bothered by things. Simply put, we love being in love. So what chemicals are at work to make all of this happen? Both during orgasm or by simply looking at photos of a loved one, there's a surge of dopamine and norepinephrine from the ventral tegmental area. This not only triggers sexual arousal and your racing heart, but gives you the motivation, craving, and desire to be with a person more and more. You see, romantic love is not simply an emotion. It's a drive from the motor of the mind. And this motor brings about intense energy, focused attention, and elation. The pleasure centers are part of the brain's reward system, the mesolimbic dopamine system. If you stimulate this region while learning, learning becomes much easier because it's pleasurable and perceived as a reward. We also see a surge in the neuromodulator oxytocin from the nucleus accumbens, sometimes called the commitment neuromodulator because in mammals it helps to reinforce bonding or attachment. When prairie voles are injected with either oxytocin or vasopressin, they'll instantly find a mate to pair bond with. Finally, studies have shown that people in love have low levels of serotonin, which is similar to people with obsessive-compulsive disorder. This is likely the cause of our obsession and infatuation during early love. Amazingly, these areas associated with
And lastly, so love can be full screen. Alright, love can be interpreted as a chemical reaction or something we feel. Well, it doesn't matter because it's what we feel and it's up to us. So, it all matters on how you interpret love. And that was my presentation. Woo! I did it, guys!